30 racks of PBR. That's for you.
Amen, brother. All of Florida do better.
But also, most Americans listen to trash music.
That's biological warfare, brother. Like,
They're just being a bunch of bitches.
fill me, Satan. Fill me.
Yeah, they're like, what the
What's
fuck
going
are you
on?
doing?
Is he pulling out his dick?
Yeah, it does. I was just fucking with you.
And then we'll talk about it here, live on the Riff Report. I'm not here to make friends, man. I'm here to talk music and give out shitty opinions, so there we are.
What the fuck were we even talking about?
Welcome to the Riff Report, the loudest corner on the internet. I'm Tyler,
And I'm Ryan.
and we're here to talk to you about all things punk, metal, alternative, anything loud, anything heavy. Welcome back, y'all, or welcome if this is your first time listening. We're the Riff Report, a couple of dudes just poisoning your minds with great or shitty opinions on metal. We're gonna give you all the new releases for the week that we caught, the ones we really enjoy, and even if we don't enjoy them, we're gonna talk about them. We've got a little breakup news for you later, as well as a decent amount of like tour announcements and stuff, news based on that. Yeah, so let's buckle in, but shoot the shit for a second. Ryan, how have you been? How was your weekend?
I've been all right, man. Nothing crazy, I don't think. I went to a beer fest on Saturday,
Oh,
which
yeah.
was
Froze your
awful.
dick off. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Right.
It was the annual winter beer fest where all the people that I serve beer to on a regular basis spend too much money to do that outside.
To drink the smallest
Um,
amount of beer from you that they could have, pay less for
Yeah.
in quantity. Yeah,
Yeah.
just to suffer along. People are crazy, man. I love the idea. Why is it in the wintertime? Why can't they do like a spring beer fest or, hey, a seasonal beer fest? Let's do one every season. Fuck it. We love drinking that much around here. Let's just keep doing it. Let's celebrate it.
Well, I mean, I don't know about this whole thing is put together through the Welcome Center or whatever
Right.
here in St. Joe.
Mhm.
So they don't really do too many other events, but we did used to have the Makers Trail Summer Beer Fest, which was at Waco Beach in Bridgman.
Yeah, Makers
Um,
Fest. Or did
yeah,
they just change it?
they stopped doing the Waco Beach thing. I don't know what they do now, but
Oh.
I think it might be, to be honest with you, I think it might be at the inn now.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I'm not super sure, but I know it's not at the beach anymore, which is I mean, one, it's a shame, but two, it
Right.
was kind of a clusterfuck down there.
Right. I'd
Because
never been,
I don't
but
know.
I can only imagine.
Have you ever been to Waco Beach
I've been to
itself?
Waco. Yeah, I've been to Waco many a time.
So you can imagine there's one way in and one way out, and it gets pretty
Yeah, pretty packed.
jam-packed
Right.
at the beginning and the end of the festival. So that's the only clusterfuck part, is that logistically, I feel like there's a better place that could be had. But it's a beautiful setting to have a beer fest on a beach,
Exactly right. Yeah,
or
that's
next to a
well,
beach, I should
that
say.
makes me feel like a goddamn idiot because I keep telling people at the bar to like sign up for this Makers Fest, and I was like, at the end of May, they'd usually do a festival at Waco Beach, and they're like, oh my god, that sounds like so much fun. And yeah, they stopped doing it in 2024. I just looked it up, so I'm getting everybody's hopes up for no reason. I'm really edging
So there's
these
just no
individuals.
festival at all
Right.
anymore?
Yeah, the Makers Fest. It's not
gone.
on their calendar, and the last thing I can see was 2024 for a Makers Fest. So,
Well,
it's usually, like I said, usually around the end of May.
I was gonna say, I know that whenever it was,
Uh,
because I worked that one year when I was living there in town.
right.
Josh and I, we dropped all of our shit off, drove to my house,
Mhm.
left the car, and walked back to the beach, which ended up being a lot farther of a walk than we anticipated.
Right.
But I remember it being hot. It was quite hot. So yeah, that time frame would make sense. But
Interesting. I keep looking up more, and yep, there we are. So
either way, that fucking winter beer fest, I would not be mad if I don't go again.
there you go.
Just saying. But other than that, pretty chill weekend. It stayed relatively warm the rest of the weekend. How about you?
It was pretty good. Also, stayed pretty warm. Didn't go out. I got a win off at Magic Night.
Ah, nice.
What day was that? Friday? I think it was on Friday. We had saloon night with the guys, and gal. One of my buddies, his fiance showed up. She's been learning the game, so yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did a two-headed dragon, and that's how I won. I needed somebody else's help, but we had the best like combo kind of deck. Like we were just, how do I describe it? We were symbiotic in our relationship. You know what I mean? It was perfect. So
hey, they don't
I was
say
very
teamwork makes the dream work for
that's
no
what I'm saying.
reason, dude.
Exactly. Right. So that's pretty
It
cool.
applies in Magic.
Exactly. It really does. Otherwise, I didn't really do much else. Like I've just been, I don't know, with this snow, with this weather, I don't want to go out. Like I just want to stay home. Nice little blanket, you know what I mean? Chill on the couch, drink a
Yep.
beer now that dry January's over. Cheers, man.
Cheers, buddy.
It's been a horrible month. I lasted 28 days, but I feel good about doing it. So feel good about being back.
Hell yeah. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
But you know what
yeah.
what would encourage you to go outside a little more?
What?
Is if you had a sick snowboarding trail in
That
your
is
backyard like me.
true. First thing I would need is a backyard. I don't have
Yeah.
that. I have a back sidewalk, and then 2 feet away from that is the neighbor's house. So, and we've got about 4 feet of space, 5 feet maybe.
You think we could can we
Between my
build
house.
some sort of ramps in your alleyway like quick enough to like
No, because then you're
rip
never
off
gonna see.
something?
Oh, no, because you're never gonna see me at work, dude. If I block the alley, I'm done. Like, come on,
Yeah,
we've been
you're
over
done.
this.
Dunzo.
Dunzos. So, yeah, it's.
Well, what are you gonna do?
We'll figure. There's the hill at the ravine, by Kiwanis, dude. We'll just
Yeah, that's
launch
true.
over that. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It'd be sweet.
Hell yeah.
And land
These are
on one of
pretty
the
big,
half
though.
pipes. I think we could do a whole line off of this, man. I think it'd be awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
about it.
next time I didn't even think about that. Next time it snows pretty heavily, I'm going to the skate park.
There
That's
you
a
go.
good idea.
Right. I'm glad I could help you out in this endeavor. Sure, Ozzy would have a lot of fun too.
That's all right. I got my own skate park in the backyard.
Exactly.
And I've been having fun with it, even though the beer fest really put a kink in my plan because I think I've finally now warmed up to enough to want to go back outside.
Hell yeah.
But
right.
We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, exactly.
What have you been listening to? We got tracks of the week to talk about.
It's been a kind of neutral playlist kind of week. I've been bouncing around a little Rickshaw, a little Teen Mortgage, but on the heavier side, I got back into some Architects. Their song Black Hole on their fresher album, The Sun, the Sky, and Eternity. It's a long record title.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? Yeah, the sky, the earth, and all between. I was close.
And all between. Pretty close.
Right. So, hey, that popped on one of my playlists, and I'm like, damn, I got to get back in Architects. I used to listen to them so heavy back during, like, Doomsayer, I think, or Naysayer, that's what it was. And some of those albums, the early 10s, you know, I was in high school and shit. They were awesome. So, yeah, just a little blast of the past, but a newer song for me. So,
right.
I really enjoy listening.
No, that album's really good. I was listening to that Brain Dead song a whole lot when it first came out.
It's a good one. What about you? What have you been? It's been going rattling around the old brain cage recently.
You know, For the most part, I've been listening to Ryan's tracks on our title playlists. Been listening to that for the most part on shuffle for the majority of the week. Little bit of my Viagra Boys radio
Right.
at the beer fest. And then I've been getting into some Angel Dust a little bit more lately. I know
Oh yeah,
that
yeah. You had
I
him playing at the
said,
bar the other day. Remember
yeah,
that?
I know when uh I'm the Outside came out a couple weeks ago, I said that I wasn't really that big of a fan of them, but the
Hmm.
more that I give them a chance,
Hmm.
the better the results
Hell
because
yeah.
I've been digging it a lot lately, and I was almost gonna make that my track of the week, but um, I have a theme,
Right.
of course. Um, on Friday, we had a big um, nationwide blackout, a spending freeze,
Yeah.
a boycott, a protest of sorts. Um, because of all the shit that's going on with ice and what's happening in Minneapolis. And it feels like, I know ice was in LA for quite a while occupying the streets, but
Right.
this Minneapolis occupation has
Uh-huh.
seemed like it's gone on forever.
Yeah, and it's
Um,
going hard in a bad
it's
way.
going real hard. And I
Yeah.
feel like this probably happened in LA as well. I just feel like it's just getting more coverage now.
Right.
Um, the words getting spread more. So, but but yeah, I've been listening to a lot of politically charged hardcore music.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I've been seeing a lot of these bands come out. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but a lot of these bands are coming out and pretty much condemning the Trump administration and
Yep.
ICE and everything that's going on right now. Um, but I went with a song by hardcore band Tsunami,
Hell yeah.
and I went with their song "Contempt of Cop," which is what I'd say. I would not. I would by no means promote violence toward anybody,
Only in the
but I'm
pit.
just in the pit. But I'm just saying, if you see some masked idiots wearing police vests and they're poking you around in Minneapolis, and
Right.
you might by chance partake in the Second Amendment, I'd say use your right. Um, but yeah, anyways, this song, Contempt of Cop by Tsunami, it goes fucking hard. Um, it's just a good song in general. I think it
Yeah.
comes on their first album, I guess you could say, or EP, um, Demonstration.
Yep.
It's the third track on that EP. Um, it just rips. Everything that Tsunami does rips. I saw them live, and they were amazing. And this
Oh yeah.
song went just as hard live as it does on the record. So
Nice.
that's my track.
I love that for you, dude. Yeah, I've only listened to Tsunami a little bit, and I think it's just been through association of you and our boss, because I know he's a pretty big fan of Tsunami too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime I do get a chance to listen to him, I love him. Just, you know what I mean? Just want to get ready, dude. Just
Yeah, right.
awesome. So
I know
charges you.
I'm listening to the song right now, and it just makes me want to fucking two step into somebody's face,
Right, you know?
specifically an ICE member.
Right.
Fucking curb stomp a bitch.
Exactly.
All
There you
right.
go. You got it. Yeah. Before we get to this is a music podcast. This is not a political podcast.
Yeah,
We'll kind of
sometimes they cross the lines. You
yeah.
never
Oh,
know.
for sure.
But
Exactly. Especially the music we're
but
listening
yeah,
to.
let's fucking get into some shit.
Let's do it.
We got a lot of it to get through today. Releases are starting to pick up, and news is fucking going wild. So let's get into the shit.
Let's do it.
The first release that we got for today is a pretty fucking heavy one. It's by
Mm-hmm.
Body Snatcher, and it is a track called The Maker. This track was released with a music video. And it is a single off of their upcoming album, Hell is Here, Hell is Home, which is slated to release on April 10th. Um, so I think la maybe not, maybe we didn't cover it last week, but I remember Body Snatcher teasing a new track. I don't know if I included it in our episode last week, so sorry. But I remember them teasing something. We
Mm-hmm.
got a little bit of like a riff of some sort, and that was basically it. It was like a really big, really quick tease.
Yeah.
And this is what it was for, because within like a minute of the song, I heard the riff and I was like, this is it.
There it is.
Um,
Nice.
Here it is.
Right.
But yeah, this is a fucking good ass track, dude.
Yeah. It's exactly what I expect out of a band called Body Snatcher. And everything that their imagery, their musical content, their lyrics, it's all right on track. I did give
Yeah.
this a bit of a listen, and it's the best way I can describe it. It's heavy, it's in your face, chugs sometimes, just kind of draws out its power other times. It's a great
Yeah.
song. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah. It's like it kind of in the like Acacia strain realm almost.
Right.
It's like slower chugs. It just like it's not super fast by any means. It's just fucking
Yeah.
heavy and in your face.
Exactly. I love that.
But dude, the lead up to the breakdown, about 3/4 of the way into the song,
Oh,
so tough.
yeah.
So fucking tough. Um, and you know what? The artwork for this album is pretty fucking
It's kind of
sick. Have you
badass.
did you
Yeah.
look at it?
Yeah, the
Um,
Riki Tiki Tavi.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Not only is the art style pretty fucking sick, I love their font for their band name.
Right.
Um, I also like the font they chose for the album title. It's like a hand sketch,
Right.
just like I don't
Yeah.
know.
They did
It's
they
pretty
did
sick.
good. They did real good on
They
this
did
one.
good. You did good.
Right.
So yeah, go check that out if you're into Body Snatcher.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll talk about it again if they release any new singles between now and April 10th. We'll fucking cover it.
We've only
And
gotten 2 so far, so I could only
two,
imagine 1, maybe 2 more. You know, it's a
yeah,
10-track album from the looks of it, so
yeah. Don't bust your wad yet.
exactly. Don't blow it too early.
Um, yeah. But yeah, I will be looking forward to April 10th. See what else is on here. I'm sure the whole thing's gonna fucking go hard. Next up, we got a song called "I Will Kill the Worst Parts of Myself" by a band called Pipe Bomb. These guys, I think I think I found them on Instagram. Um, they do a lot of like reels and shit
Mhm.
to gather interest, and I'm pretty sure that's how I stumbled across these guys. But this song released and came across my news feed, and I was listening to it and I was like, I fucking love this.
Yeah. I got it
Kind of
playing right
reminds me
now so
of
I could get a reminder, and it's pretty chill. Like, not chill as in it's like a slow chill. It's a
right.
pretty good, pretty good song. Forward to see what they get. As far as I can see on YouTube, they don't have any albums out yet. It's all just been singles. They're nice and they've been around for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, once they can get an album out, they're gonna make it.
Yeah. I hope so. I mean, let's see here. Yeah, I found them on Instagram just now, and they don't even have 4,000 followers yet.
Dang.
Um, so we're hitting it pretty early. Um, and I'm happy for that because these guys have turned out some pretty professional sounding music for not having that big of a following.
Right.
So that's pretty impressive. I'm not sure who recorded this. Let's see if we got any credits here on title that I can look up. All I'm seeing is Gary Mitchell Layton,
Okay.
which as the lyricist, composer, studio personnel, and producer is all him. So I'm assuming this guy probably recorded this music by himself. And if that's the case, that's even more impressive because he did a really good job.
Yeah.
I need to know more. Gary Mitchell Layton.
Yeah. Bands
I
from
know.
Philly.
Okay.
That's what I'm seeing. Then I'm looking at their link tree right now, and
Oh,
there's
okay.
they don't really have they don't really have any other information except
There's
for
no
hey, check out the
information.
single. Like, yeah, not big enough for a
Huh.
Wikipedia page, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess not. Um, I do see that when you search his name, the first two pictures on here are him. But either way, good for him, dude.
Right.
He's recording some good shit. He's writing some good shit, and I look forward to hearing what else you got for us in the future.
Can I just
Um,
segue
yeah,
for a
what do you got?
second and say why the hell does this man look like the metal version of Will Forte? I don't know.
uh,
Every video he has where he's like singing, he's screaming, he's doing something. I'm just looking at the thumbnails of it. And I'm like, you look exactly like Will Forte. It's crazy. So
that is hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah, if Will Forte had a little bit redder hair, then yeah,
right.
spitting image. um, all right, what's next? I know what's next. Some pretty cool shit. However, this next track is not available on title yet, so I had to switch over to YouTube real
Yeah, they
quick.
only have a video available on YouTube for it.
Yep, yep. And the video is pretty sick too. Watched it multiple times because that was the only way that I could listen to the song. But the song is called Palace of Rot, and it is by a new band called Infestuous. They are this would be their debut release. Um, and this band is a brutal death metal band comprised of Black Dahlia Murder drummer Alan Cassidy and the vocalist and guitar player of the band Dr. Smoke. His name is Matt Tikolsky. I don't know.
Slu
Um,
Slukowski?
sure.
Lukowski? Sure,
Yeah.
yeah. Why not?
That sounds better than what I came up with. Um, yeah, apparently the rumors state that this project has gone back all the way to 2009, but
Okay.
has remained dormant for many years until being revived recently. But apparently they have plans to release a album called Unfathomable Mutagenic Abominations, which is apparently going to be coming out April 17th on a record label called Silent Pendulum Records.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Dr. Smoke. Are you?
No, I have
Yeah, I have no
not.
idea. Obviously, big Black Dahlia Murder fan.
Oh
I've been
yeah.
a fan of
I
them
can hear
since
the Black
fucking forever.
Dahlia like just not inspiration, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Correlation.
No, it does definitely have Black Dahlia vibes.
Right.
But like has a nice little tweak of something else, you know. Um the guitar work is fucking crazy. The drum work is amazing, obviously. He's a beast.
Right.
And I feel like even though like Black all Black Dahlia's music is fucking solid. But I feel like he goes out of his way to go extra hard on this track.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely trying to reel us in. But yeah, I am severely looking forward to more shit from this band.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, you should go check out the music video. It is sick.
It was, yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I'm trying to get into
Just
more music videos recently. I was talking with my brother the other day, and that's all we used to do. Like we've chatted
yeah,
about this before. One thing that really got us into a lot of music we're into now was middle school, high school, having Comcast, go on demand, check out the music videos, check out
did the
Fuse
same thing.
TV. You know,
Yep.
our generations, honestly, I think MTV. Um,
MTV2's Headbangers Ball in the
Exactly,
fucking
stuff like that. But it was
afternoons.
it was music videos that got me into a lot of the music now. One thing we used to do all
Yep.
the time, but me and my brother, we would just play music videos, play video games, just kind of have like a nice little ambience of tech and
Yep.
sound and entertainment going. So I was
So
just on Discord
sounds
with
like we
them.
lived very similar childhoods.
Nice. And I was just sitting on Discord with him the other day gaming, and we just kept going through old school videos we used to watch when we had class together. I'll admit this now, it's been so long since I graduated, but a lot of the time I spent in journalism, I'd write my stories. We'd go out and we'd record things. I was a rotating camera guy. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, when we were in on the computers, typing up our stuff, that's all we were playing was music videos and checking those out instead of doing our work. So it's pretty great.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like I don't mind a good story, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like music videos are so hit and miss now. It's like there used to be like a music video formula that
Hmm.
existed when they were super popular that
Right.
I don't know, I just enjoyed it. It's nice to like I remember the bands that would come out with the music videos that didn't feature any of the band in them. It's just like a story that goes along with the fucking track or whatever.
Right.
And that was always so confusing because I'm like, that's the chance that you get to see your idols, you know?
Exactly.
You're like back in the day, there was no like yeah, the internet was around, but it wasn't as like full as it is now, where like shit's just not at your fingertips, you know? You didn't
Exactly.
have when we were in fucking high school, early high school and shit, like
Hmm.
we didn't have you couldn't just go on your fucking smartphone and just Google something real quick and like look at fucking pictures of and
Right.
know the whole entire fucking biography of the band and how they got together and what states they
Right.
all grew up
Well,
in
you had to
and
wait till you
where
got
what high
home. You know what I
schools.
mean? Use the
Yeah.
family computer. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, yeah, or you'd watch fucking music videos on Fuse and you'd be like, that's what the dude
That's
that sings fucking Helena sounds
no
like.
way. Right. Exactly.
Man, he's got way more black eyeliner on than I thought he would.
Right.
Um,
Different time.
so yeah, I don't know. I guess that's my rant that I'm going on with right now is like I like the mix between live performance and story. Like I like the flip flop between oh, here's the band in a fucking abandoned warehouse playing, and then we keep flip flopping back and forth between the
Right.
story.
Yeah.
Like I gotta have the instruments somewhere in the fucking music video,
Right.
you know? Um
It's fair. You're entitled to that. I think that's a
yeah,
good presentation as well.
yeah. Um but yeah, I don't know. I just don't have a lot of time to sit in front of a fucking screen and watch videos. So I
Right.
do it when I can.
Hell yeah.
Such as now when Infestuous comes out and all they have available is a video.
Exactly.
um, Last track that I got for now is a track called Crash Out by the band Left to Suffer. This features Tyler Shelton, the singer of Traders.
Yeah.
And we've covered this band, I feel like quite a bit over the past year because they've released some random. Oh yeah, throughout 2025, they've released a good amount of stuff. But yeah, one of my favorite songs by them was "Lost in the Dark" with Paleface Swiss.
Right.
So good. This song is really good too. I don't know how it came up, but I feel like I Traders has come up for me a handful of times in the past month, and I checked them out, and they're very solid as well.
I can agree with that. This isn't.
Did you
I
give that
did.
a
Yeah,
listen
I
to?
listened to this. I listened to everything on this list this week. So fucking
Hey, all
pat
right.
myself on the back, dude. Thank you, thank you.
I'll give you a
Fanfare.
round of
And
applause.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I like hardcore. I really do. But I don't know, when I get stuck in a hardcore hole, it
But
just all but I get stuck in that hole and I'm just like it ends up all kind of sounding the same to me. And this isn't a bad track by any means. Like it's heavy, it's loud, it's all those things. It's the perfect formula, but it just didn't excite me as much. You know what I mean? If I were to see this live, I think I would be way more excited, but I don't know, maybe it loses a little bit of its magic on me over headphones. So
I can feel
I
that.
I'm imagining it, yeah,
You've
literally just live, like the strobe lights, the power of the bass. Like that's when I want to get into hardcore. I don't, I can turn on my
yeah,
headphones. Yeah, I can put on my, but I want to be there. You know what I mean? So I think this
yeah.
would be the perfect song for that.
I have pretty good road rage. So having this kind of music on when I'm driving
Uh-huh.
saves people's lives.
Nice.
I
Good.
usually tend to take it out on my steering wheel and potentially the pedals beneath me
Right.
because I do a lot of
Exactly.
double bass. I waste a lot of gas uh,
I'm sure.
because I'm like fucking
Fuel
doing
efficiency out
drum.
the window.
Yeah,
Exactly.
gone, dude.
Love it.
My fucking gas pedal is just like da da da. Like I don't even
Oh
know
yeah.
what speed we're supposed to be going right now.
Exactly. No, you're going hard, dude. That's what it is. It
Yeah,
just says
dude.
on your speedometer.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Right, exactly. Oh yeah, I love that for you, man. But otherwise, yeah, like I said, it's not a bad track. Listen to it. This is a good band. Don't get me wrong. I need a little bit more. I'm selfish.
Yeah,
I'm greedy. That's all it is. Uh,
yeah,
Now I will go ahead and take over for you. We got a track from a bit of a newer band. They've been around for, I guess, it sounds like they've been around for about 10 years. I had to do a little research on them.
yeah.
But they're Michigan metalcore and actually super local to us. They're located up in Grand Rapids, so surprised I haven't run into these guys yet. You know what I mean? Be an opener, like
Yeah, right?
for literally any of the bands I've seen, most of the bands I've seen up at the intersection. I feel like they'd have been a great pairing for any of them.
Yeah,
But
right.
Michigan local band Hollow Front has released a single, "To the Ashes." Um, it's their first single in a year, and it's pretty great. This one was right up my alley. Perfect metalcore. You know what I mean? Some clean vocals, some heavy, couple wheedly woos. You know what I mean? A little tapping and shit. Like it was
Yeah,
great.
right.
I loved it. I was a big fan of this. What did you think?
We figured it out. It's you're the metalcore guy, I'm the
Right.
hardcore and brutal
Exactly.
guy.
Right.
Um I comprise this list today and every day. So
Right.
obviously, I listened to it and I thought it was good enough to put on our list.
Yeah.
And really, the main reason I put them on our list is because they're from Michigan.
Exactly.
Um,
That's cool.
but I think overall these guys are pretty good. They're I don't care for the singing as much. I think it is pretty tasteful in this track. Like it's not overboard. So that keeps me in line. I'm down with I'm down with singing when in metal like this, when you just go for the fucking chorus and then the rest of it's all your typical metal and fucking screaming and shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I grew up in the time where fucking Asley dying and Killswitch Engage and
Yeah.
fucking shit like that was popular, Under Oath and shit. So like I get that. I get that that's a big fucking appeal. But it's just not totally for me, you know.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha.
I am excited if they come out with a whole album. I am excited to check it out and see what the balance is like on a whole album.
Yeah. I don't know. This track specifically reminded me of some mid-aged We Came as Romans. The
Yeah,
screaming sounds a lot like Dave Stevens.
yeah.
Trying to think. There was Kingdom of Giants a little bit. I don't know if you've gotten into them at all. I know we've
I feel
talked
like
about
I've
them
heard
pretty
them.
early on. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just classic. Yeah. Kind of classic metalcore. I don't know how to describe it. It really
yeah.
tickles my
Uh,
fancy. So
they're a talented band. I'm excited to hear more.
yeah.
I'll go that far.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad. We did have a release by the band Brotality. Just love that name, dude. Exactly right. Fucking great ape mode,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Uh, I almost wore that shirt today, by the way, but it's in the laundry.
Ah,
The song is called Animalistic. That would have been absolutely perfect if I had the shirt to accompany that. But
yeah, right.
yeah, I am surprised I haven't listened to these guys before. They're kind of the same deal. We were talking about a little more. How do I describe it?
Yeah.
Not hardcore. I don't really get that.
No,
Like,
these guys. I don't
yeah,
even know how to describe these guys to be honest with you.
you know what I mean?
Um, I this is the first song I'm hearing by them. Um, they just came across my path, and I was like, I started listening to it because the artwork was pretty cool,
Hmm.
and I'm like, the groove was good to get me going, you know.
Right.
And then I started listening to the vocals a little bit. And I was like, this is this is pretty good.
Yeah.
And
It,
I listened to the whole track, and I was like, man, this is a good track. And then I like started making my way backward because it looks like this is the fourth single off of something. They've got
yeah.
4 tracks put on here. There's no sign of any upcoming official release, like album release, but there's 4 tracks together right now, and they're all pretty good. I did a little bit of research into them because I had to make sure that they were cool because the name Brotality is a little cringe in
Yeah. A
my
little
opinion.
frat boy e of them, but that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll forgive them.
Yeah, I'll give you a pass. But these guys have been a band for a while since
Yeah.
2019, maybe a little longer, but their first release was 2019, and their sound has changed a little bit since then. Uh, I'd say the closer you get to the current day
Mhm.
is the shit that I like better. Their older stuff, I don't really dig as much. It's a little unpolished and
Yeah.
just not really as groovy, you
Yeah.
know.
Exactly. So we'll see what the rest of this. I can only find videos on YouTube of them. So I'll have to get on Tidal and try and find it. They have like tracks and EPs and singles because I'm not
Oh
doing
yeah.
any of that. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to just check them out on Tidal
Yes.
then.
Yeah, they got 2 albums out, one from 2021 and one from 2022.
Okay.
Um, and then they've got EPs and singles.
Yeah.
So yeah, the majority of their work is from yeah 2024 2025.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing.
They're
I
really
found them on. They at least have a Wikipedia page. That's nice. I love that it's two
oh nice.
brothers just hanging out,
Yeah, yeah.
grooving out. That's so cool. So, what did you think of the video? I don't know if we talked about that.
I feel like I had to have watched it, but
I've got to say,
I don't
I did. I
recall.
checked it out earlier today. The guy, there's a guy in the guitar player. looked like this Instagram like metal dude with like a little. He's got like a lip mustache. You've sent me videos of this guy before. I don't remember his name, but he'll do like metal mashups or metal covers of certain songs. Or hey, let's take this metal song and make it metalcore. You know, let's
You're
take
talking
this
about
black
Nick
metal.
Nocturnal?
No, not Nick Nocturnal. No, this guy has like super curly hair.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. The guy with
exactly.
the
You know,
voice.
right. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Him. I thought he was in this video. He's not. This guy has like kind of ginger-ish
Oh,
hair.
I see who you're
Exactly.
talking
Right.
about.
And then the
Yeah.
bass player, he their tour dog passed away. They had him on the end of
Aw.
the video, dude. That's so sad. I'm sorry. May he rest in fucking power, dude. But the vocalist reminded me of that dude who does the Cholo covers. I thought that was him. I was like, did I find his band? It's not. I discovered.
No.
But I caught because throughout the video they do like negative reels of the video itself. So just seeing like their profiles, I was like, whoa. And I just watched a little bit farther and realized it wasn't either of those guys. So yeah,
Yeah, I am watching the video right now,
hell
and
yeah.
this is a awesome low budget video.
That's exactly. They made it themselves. Maybe somebody else, of course, doing the camera and maybe editing or whatever, but yeah, super low
Yeah.
budget, super super DIY, super like us making this podcast, you know what I mean? I
Yep.
respect that.
Oh man, their dog's name was Solo.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
oh man, rest in peace, but that is a pretty ugly dog. Sorry.
Perfect for metal, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I said, may he rest in power. We got one
Yeah.
more release to talk about. And I gave this whole album a listen to when I was in the shower before the show.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You went the whole I
the
also
whole
went I
thing.
also listened to the whole
Nice.
damn thing. How about
Hell
that?
yeah, that's awesome. But it is, and I love this title. I used to go to this bar by Joyce Manor. I hear that all the time at work because we used to be a different kind of bar, and now
I used to
people
go to
won't
this
shut
bar
up
before
about
it
it. I used to go to
sucked.
this bar, right? No, I used to go to this bar when it sucked. Come on. Nobody liked that bar because they liked going there. They did it because they were told to. Fucking sheeple.
Yeah.
Make your own goddamn opinion.
It is, dude. It is quite of a phenomenon. Before we get into the Joyce Manor record,
Right.
what is the I gotta like know when it comes to the phenomenon of the dive bar. Like, obviously, there's got to be like a checklist that you get to check off all the boxes before it's an acceptable dive bar. What's the
Mhm.
difference between shitty and awesome shitty?
Clean bathrooms, I think is awesome shitty. Like good, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, like I don't know, maybe I'm just being picky. Or I work in a restaurant and I just want my bathrooms to be
Yeah.
clean. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Uh that's the thing. I've never worked in a dive bar. I've been in dive bars though, so I can at least speak
Yeah.
about that. Um okay, bad shitty. I don't know, like
Well,
just a couple.
what is good like what's good shitty to you? Like what at the bare minimum, like what do they got to have there to make you want to go? Like otherwise it's just a shitty place where you go buy a
All right,
fucking
I
full
don't
price
usually hit
bottle of
these up,
Bud
but
Light.
it needs to have pool tables and a dartboard, like an old
All right.
dartboard,
And
mismatched dart,
or
and as well as,
oh, gotta have
yeah,
both. All
you got to
right.
have both, right?
Okay.
And not one of those new age ones. I'm talking like an old school dartboard, like
Where you
needs to be
could kill
fit.
somebody if you
You could
fucking
kill us exactly, right? There needs to be
yeah.
a lot of risk at this dive bar, in
Yeah,
order to
the
make it
real lawn darts with the metal tips, not the plastic bullshit.
exactly right. You got
Yeah.
it. Um, Honestly, let's see, music like doesn't have to have live music, but maybe a small stage off in the corner that has seen live music before,
Yeah.
but maybe the bar
But
just
they can't
isn't doing
afford anymore.
they get what?
They can't afford it anymore.
Exactly, they can't afford it anymore. Exactly, right. Um, let's see, a kind of tiny bar, like a tiny bar, but with 3 bartenders behind it,
Okay.
and they're trying their best. There's not much of a line, but there's enough seating,
You're just
kind of going
slinging.
around, but like they're just slinging, dude. Like there's no big, they got one person at each little choke point. You call it a day. Uh,
Yeah.
Crap on the walls behind the bar. Like the rest of the bar could have a couple neon signs, just a couple paintings, excuse me, or some beer memorabilia. But I'm talking just accumulated crap, post-it notes, floor to ceiling. You know what I mean? I want to see old ass
Yeah.
shit that everybody who's worked in this bar in the past and doesn't work here anymore has brought in over the years, and constituents, locals. I want to see floor
No
to
one's
ceiling
touched
just
it.
shit. Exactly. No one's touched it. It's not dusted, but it doesn't really look that dusty at the same time. It's weird. You know what I mean?
It's because it's so
Uh
dark in there.
exactly. That's what it is. And then I don't know if it has. I don't see a lot of them, but I was gonna say a big old mirror. Also, no, because if they have floor to ceiling crap, then they can't have a mirror behind the bar. You know what I mean? So that's not
Right.
required. But yeah, those are some ideas that I think of a good shitty dive bar.
All right. All right. I like it.
Hell yeah.
Um, but yeah, the fucking anyways, the record. I used to go to this bar.
Yeah.
Um, what'd you think, dude? I thought it was pretty good, and I'm not a Joyce Manor fan. I
Right.
think they're fine, but I don't listen to the band. So
Exactly.
listening to this, I was like, these guys are pretty good, actually.
Right. They've got like, so I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I never really got into Joyce Manor. On some of my like pop punk, alt punk playlists, soft punk, whatever. They'll show up, but I haven't hit and then I got to revisit them later. That was wrong of me to do. I will admit, having listened to this. I'm also using this opportunity to get myself excited about the headliner because I'm trying to get to that Team Mortgage, Military Gun, Joyce
Yeah.
Manor show at the Salt Shed. So I don't want to look
Yes.
like an idiot not knowing who Joyce
Yeah.
Manor is. So hey, this is two
Right.
birds, both stoned. I
Yeah.
did like the second track, Falling Into It. That one kind of spoke out to me. Um,
Okay.
let's see. After All You Put Me Through. It's just classic kind of emo. It's not Midwest punk. I had to look them up. They're from California, and it does not sound like it. Like when I hear about California punk, emo, stuff like that, I expect like surf to be the first adjective before that. A little more, not necessarily twangy guitars, but I imagine waves when I think of that. Like that surf
Yeah.
punk, kind of California, whatever. Everything's about the sun and the beach, and honestly, things are kind of great. But these guys give me like New York, kind of East Coast emo punk kind of vibes, somewhere outside of
Yeah.
California. So little,
I can see that.
actually listening to this song right now again, like there's a little bit of that, kind of.
Yeah.
Um, but I thought it was a pretty good album. I definitely revisit again. I love the cover of it, just the old school Polaroid. We're getting drunk together, smoking a cigarette. Like, "Ah." I think
I
that's
do
cool.
love
It's
it.
it's really personable. It just kind of brings me closer to them. Like it's not crafted. And for us listening to a
Yep.
lot of metal, we see a lot of those kinds of covers where there's just this intricate 80 color palette, squiggly detailed lines. Like it's super super crafted. This one was just,
Right.
I love this. Like, let's remember this forever. It's that kind
This
of
is
moment. I think that's cool.
definitely more of my style. If I was in a band,
Mhm.
this would be more of my style
Right.
album cover.
Yeah.
Um, I like the tasteful cigarette. That's
Right.
my favorite part about it. And I like that it looks like I can't really see super big, but
Right.
it looks like there's just like rocks glasses of potentially whiskey,
Yeah.
and just a pack of smokes right there.
Yeah.
Uh, a pack of smokes and a bottle of whiskey. I don't know how much better time you can have.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I've been
You
thinking
know?
about this recently. I'm never gonna get back into cigarettes, but like
Yeah,
I miss the image of smoking a cigarette. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
I don't I don't know what it is. It's the best way I can describe it is just lighting up a cigarette. It's cold out. You know, we live out here in Michigan, so like those were the worst times, but also the best times to smoke a cigarette. Like for me
Yeah.
specifically, I've got my sticky bandit fingerless gloves, you know, light my
Yeah.
cigarette. I've got my
Yep.
hoodie jacket combo on, maybe a Carhartt beanie, just sitting out, nice little packed snow around me, just kind of shivering, smoking the cigarette. Like, I don't know, those it's not a good memory by any means, but it's nostalgic to me and I just miss that feeling, you know. That's what it is. So,
No, I'm with you. But
yeah.
when you I'll put it together like this.
Mhm.
Recently. So I've we'll rewind back to I started smoking cigarettes when I was like a sophomore or a junior in high school.
Okay.
Um and then I started smoking weed when I was probably like 19, maybe
Gotcha.
18.
Okay.
Um and I did both those things quite heavily for a while.
Uh-huh.
Um until I would say, oh man, let's say like maybe like right before Ozzy was born. So
Mhm.
he's 8 years old now. So about 8 years ago, I used to heavily smoke cigarettes and
Right.
weed. I started having problems with my lungs not being able to fucking keep up.
Yeah.
I switched to vapes,
Yeah.
and it was better for a while, and then all of a sudden those started
That caught up to you.
causing problems. Yep. So then eventually I switched to pouches for nicotine.
Right.
Still rocked the weed vape until I couldn't even do the weed vape anymore. Now I have to just eat edibles for the most part.
Exactly.
But I most recently started picking up just good old fashioned smoking bowls.
Right.
And it hasn't really fucked with me at all lately.
Okay.
So I've been getting into that a lot. And
Hell yeah.
unfortunately, I do own my own house, but I do have a child and a fiance who doesn't want to be bothered by the smell of it. And
Right.
also, I'm civilized, so I don't want
Right.
my house to reek like that.
Right.
But so I have to go out on my front porch when I want to go smoke a bowl, and it
Yeah.
fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah. Right now, dude, wait until like June,
So
July
tr-
when it's fucking
trust me,
grayed out.
summertime
Porch
night
bowls
bowls
and
sitting on the
beers.
porch.
I'm telling you, I'll come over. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time. All right.
Oh yeah,
Maybe we do a
oh
riff
yeah,
report on the porch. You know what I mean? Just a late night little recording. It'll be great.
dude. The porch report.
The porch report, man. I've lived my life smoking weed on porches, dude. It's the best. It was a running thing with me and my friend group for a while. After I started smoking weed, like I just had my buddy come over, you know, a couple mutual friends, my girlfriends at the time. We'd all just kind of it'd be a small group, like 3 to 5 of us, and I always ended up living at places with one really dope one was this like carport that we didn't use for our cars. We just set up like patio furniture and stuff out there. So we were protected from
Yeah,
the elements. We could sit out there, smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, you know, drink a little bit, and all the rain would like kind of envelop us in a nice little curtain. That was always dope. It was nice and quiet. It was out in the sticks. This is when I was in Berrien Center, and that was cool. I lived on a. I didn't live on a farm. It used to be a farm. And we had our patio furniture out there. So it wasn't technically a porch, but we upgraded to barn because the homeowner, the landowner, we were just renting this place, didn't do a lot with that stuff. It was old equipment that he had. He used to have a dairy farm out there, I think. And we just go into the barn, which had a nice little courtyard, kind of in the middle of like, dude, this place was fucking sick. I'm surprised I haven't talked about this before, but it was like a U-shaped barn. One side of
all
it,
right.
or each side on the outer rim was completely covered, and then the inside of the U was uncovered. There was a door in, and then the rest of it was open. And we had a table set up down there, and it was just like that carport chilling, but like way
Yeah.
expanded. It was cool. We had a couple
Yeah.
kickbacks out there with like 10 to 15 people. That was always cool, but only a couple times. Because like I said, it was out in the mid. That was when I was in Eau Claire. That was an Eau Claire address. So had a great time. It was right off of old Pipestone and Bailey Road. So it was sick.
Nice.
Love that. Porch chilling.
Porch chilling.
Yeah. And now I live in an apartment also with a porch, but I didn't stop smoking weed. I just hit my vape. You know what I
You're
mean?
vaping. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm vaping, so it's easier to do. It doesn't really track the smell. And all of us kind of moved away. We're a distance apart and don't get to see each other as much. So I don't really smoke
Yeah.
flower anymore. So I don't really go outside on the porch, and that kind of makes me sad. Maybe
Right.
maybe that's what I need in my life is a little more porch chilling. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll chat this summer for sure.
Yeah. Smoke some more weed.
Exactly. Yeah, but great album. I used to go to this bar by Joyce Manor, out now. Check it out. There's a couple music videos attached to the album. Great tracks. It's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and put us into band breakups and breaking news on the Riff Report.
Ooh.
Segue into that. We had a bit of a, it sounds like beef kind of forming and caused a band to split up. And I saw everyone going off on Reddit about it. Like, it was kind of funny, the memes attached to it. But the band Heavy Heavy Low Low looks like they're heading towards a breakup again. They had broken up, got back together for their fifth album last year, Pain Olympics. But some posts on like Instagram, yeah, specific. Well, I'll say this from Instagram specifically. The, let's see, vocalist Danny Rankin had posted true ending of Heavy Heavy Yololo. This is all a quote. Rob locked us out of the Instagram and used it to sell out merch on a personal Shopify to make money to move to Florida. At first, that's where I stopped because I was like, "Ew, Florida."
Florida,
But
gross.
yeah, exactly. I mentioned that it sucks to post shirts every day with no intent for shows, and then he quit the band, blocked me for weeks, and still posted shit for personal gain. It's been a month, and no one in the band seems to give a shit. He's making us look thirsty as fuck, low key stealing from us, ghosting one of the other members. Man's throwing away the band in a 20-year relationship for a couple $100. Parentheses current MSRP on moving to Florida. Only a couple $100 to get down there. So yeah, that, I think you guys are better off without him if that's the case. If he wants to go to
Yeah.
Florida that bad, let him, dude.
I mean,
The swamps will take
so
him.
so I saw some other shit with where like he had responded back and was basically like he's basically saying that fucking um that Danny's a liar and that he got permission by Danny and the rest of the band to sell these shirts, and that all of a sudden Danny now thinks that it's thirsty and blah 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 blah. But just the fact that he's like blocking people from his phone and
Right.
like he has to move to Florida like
Right.
ASAP
Right.
is makes me feel like this dude has got to be like a secret piece of shit and he's like running from something.
Exactly. Right.
So yeah, I don't I mean I used to be into heavy Lolo when I was younger. I not gonna lie, I didn't follow them. Their last album, Pain Olympics, that came out in 2025. I listened to a little bit of it. It's not great, or at least not my style. But I was a big fan of their earlier stuff. Specifically, what was the album
Was
that
it Steak Tits Football? I hate myself.
no, what the fuck is that?
I guess that's
Oh,
one of
that's
their
old.
albums. Yeah.
Yeah, no. But after that, everything's watched, everyone's watching. Was the album that I listened to a lot. The song Malnutrition, super good.
Oh,
Um, Eating the Porridge and Killing the Bears was another good track off of that.
hell yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then they put out the album Turtle Nipple and the Toxic Shock in 2008,
Hell yeah.
disbanded, and then they got back together for Pain Olympics. And that one was, they definitely changed up their style with that one, and it's just not, neither version of the band is up my alley anymore,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest with you. But the drama's funny.
Yeah, exactly. Gives us stuff to talk
Yeah.
about. So, yeah, they're breaking up again
Yeah, I
because of
don't know.
this.
I don't know that it's worth it. I'm sure someone out there is going to give them some money to play, but
Right.
not enough.
Not gonna be me. So,
Yeah. Well, I didn't get time to add this into our itinerary today, because it happened um pretty recently today, got announced. But we did have another breakup of some sort. Um, Unfortunately, Alkaline Trio drummer Adam Willard has announced that he is leaving the band after spending the last 3 years with the band.
Mhm.
Um, he basically doesn't really say a whole lot other than the fact that he's leaving. Um, and Alkaline Trio hasn't made any sort of comment yet. So we don't exactly know what happened or why or what's next for him. But Adam posted, he said, with everything going wrong in this world right now, that this may seem insignificant, but it's not for me. I've parted ways with Alkaline Trio. Thanks to everyone who made my time there so awesome. Very thankful for the experience. I'm currently considering all studio collaboration and touring opportunities. I hope we can look to love, compassion, understanding, and acceptance of our fellow humans in these dark and scary times.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
who knows?
Right.
Something had to have happened.
Maybe it's because Alkaline Trio hasn't said anything, like, and he's just like, guys, like, come on, we gotta say something. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, we don't want to be political. It's like, well, Alkaline Trio's never really been like super political, but you
That's
know,
fair. I feel like, I don't know. I have no idea what they might think, but I don't know. I mean, Alkaline Trio has been putting out some new tracks recently.
right,
So it's not like that they're kind of just sitting stagnant. I
exactly,
don't, yeah, I don't. The only thing that I can think is that maybe Adam's not happy with the direction that this new music's going and
right,
not vibing with the band. I have no idea.
yeah. Well, it's
I
sad
have
to
no
see.
idea. Yeah.
May you get a good job after this. It sounds like maybe he doesn't even want to be in a band. He's talking about studio, like tour. Well, not necessarily like in a band because he'll tour, but maybe he's just
Right.
trying to fly solo for a while. Do his own thing. Maybe pick
I
up
mean,
a summer tour.
he has played for quite a few bands. I mean, before Alkaline Trio, he was with Against Me for a while.
Okay.
He pretty much took over for um fucking Jay Weinberg. Uh he also has played for The Offspring, Angels and Airwaves, Rocket from the Crypt. Um so I feel like, I don't know, maybe he's more of a session drummer than a actual full time band member, you know.
Right.
Maybe he just wants to get paid to come in, do some salad drums, and then get the fuck out of there, go home, be with his family. I have no idea. But don't we all, you know?
Yeah.
Um, Either way, moving on, we got a whole lot of artist news coming up.
Oh.
Some some good stuff, some stuff that I'm sure you guys won't be surprised about. But
Okay.
as I alluded to earlier, we got a lot of people speaking out about ICE and shit that's going on in Minneapolis. And Tades Sandville, the frontman of Hot Mulligan, is one of those people. He came out on his Instagram and shared his thoughts of supporters of ICE. And in quotes, he said, "A lot of people follow this account and I hardly use it. Some of these people who follow this account might support ICE. I'd encourage you, if you're one of those people, to build a small fire in your living room and lay on top of it.
I
This
love
way,
that.
you can familiarize yourself with the hell you deserve and will someday call home. Fuck you, Nazi scum. You are undeserving of art."
Fuck you, Nazi scum. Hell yeah. Go
That's
build a
fucking
fire,
awesome.
lay on top of it. I don't care.
Yeah, dude, that's
Sick.
amazing.
Right.
He does not strike me as a tough guy by any
Right.
means, but he's laying it out here for you.
Exactly. Well, that's why he's not saying like, "Come out and fight me, Nazi scum." Like, go take care of yourself, please. I
Yeah,
don't have
kill
time for this.
yourself.
Right. Bitch. Right. Hell yeah. Yeah,
um
that's awesome.
so yeah, he's pretty upset. Another person that was upset, I also didn't add this, but then we got a clapback after I put all the shit in our itinerary for the day, so I feel
Yeah.
like I got to read this too.
Mhm.
Limp Bizkit guitarist Wes Borland came out with a little message to his fans this past weekend. He posted the following. He said, "If any of my followers voted or support Trump or are still friends with anybody who supports the Trump administration, you're out. Fuck you. Never contact me again." So that's what he had to say on the matter.
Yeah.
And then, which I wasn't going to bring up because, I mean, that's awesome that he's speaking out
Yeah.
and making a stand. But not really a whole lot attached to that. But then earlier today, we got a reply from Attila frontman Chris
Grossest
Franzak,
man on earth. Yeah.
pretty big asshole. He replied to Wes Borland's comment
Oh.
with the following. He said, quote unquote, "I thought you were smarter. Kind of a retarded thing to say. There's no reason to lose most of your fan base over a political opinion, LMAO." Coming from the guy who is very clear he's never taken a stand for anything a day in his life.
Right. Fortunately.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Whatever, Chris Franzilla. Your band sucks. You used to be cool, and you got gross. Sit down. Never contact me again.
Yeah, he sucks. And I've never listened to his band, so I don't really
You've
care.
never heard Attila?
I probably have heard them somewhere,
Okay.
but I've never purposely played their
Right.
music.
Okay. I'll admit,
ever.
I was a fan on their like first album. I'm thinking Rage. So it looks like their second album. And then a little bit of
Okay.
Outlawed. It's party metalcore. That's the best thing that's the best way I can describe it.
All
Yeah,
right.
Rage came out right before I was a junior in high school. What was it? The song "Make It Sick" was just sick. It was awesome. It had a good energy to it. But I guess kind of thinking about it in the future now that I'm older and stuff. I don't know if it's let me look at some of the lyrical content of it. It doesn't even show up. Maybe it's that bad. Um, yeah, they're just gross frat boys in metal. That's what it is. Like any sort of story you've heard. It was Attila's tour with somebody else last year, the year before, that caused the guy from Oceano to quit.
Oceano to bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right. Because they
Yep.
joined that tour and everyone was like, oh, gross. And then I think Alex, I think is his name, was like, what are you guys talking about? Like, it was a tour, like, blah, blah, blah. And Everyone got up in arms
Adam.
about it. So yeah, Adam. Yeah, he was just like,
Yeah.
all right, well, fine, fuck it. Yeah, you should do a little research on who you're playing with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So funny enough, because there was a little bit of drama about Adam in the news this past week. Because apparently one of the original guitarists from Oceano came out and was talking some shit about Adam. So I was doing a little bit of digging, and turns out the story was that, yeah, they booked a tour with Attila. Everybody was like, whoa, what the fuck? Why would you do that? And he was like, why? And they were like, oh, fucking Chris is a fucking asshole and blah, 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 blah. And,
Right.
whatever sexual assault claims and all this shit. And he was like, oh, I didn't know about that. He was like, well, I don't support that. And we're definitely not friends. So, I won't hang out with the guy. And everyone was like, so you're dropping off the tour, right? And he was like, no, it's a tour.
No.
It's done.
Right.
And they're like, well, then fuck you. So he's like, all
Yeah.
right, well, then fucking Oceano's done then. So
Yep.
good job. But
Exactly.
yeah, he's a fucking dick, and nobody likes him.
Exactly.
And he said retarded on the internet.
Right.
He just straight out
And
said
this guy's a pile of crap in a human body suit.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Franz.
Yeah, you fucking tool.
Right.
In other news, in way better news, I snuck a secret release into the artist news section.
Hell yeah.
Because it's such a big deal to me that we needed to cover it more than a release.
Right.
But we got an announcement, pretty big announcement, debut of a new alternative rock project called Held. Features drummer Josh Eppard of Coheed and Cambria, along with some members of the Sleeping, now disbanded alternative rock band. But this band features their vocalist and guitarist, Doug Robinson, as well as bassist Sal Mignaro.
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 Yeah,
I like that.
It's Sal Mignaro.
Sal Mignaro.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they released that they've got a new project. They also released their first single, which is entitled New You Anthem. It features Frank Iero from My Chemical Romance and LS Dunes. He's doing some guest vocals on the track. But this is the first single that we got for their upcoming album, Gray, which is set to be released May 15th via MNRK Heavy. This is super exciting to me because I was a giant fan of The Sleeping back in the day. And they disbanded at some point. I can't remember. There was a void in my life. And then Doug, who is a guitar player and vocalist of this band, he went on to start a project with called Night Verses, which has guitarist Nick Peary, killer fucking guitar player, and then drummer Arik and Proda from House of Protection, Fever 333. And they put out a couple awesome albums together. And then Night Versus came out with news that they had parted ways with Doug Robinson, and they were going to be a instrumental band going forward.
Okay.
So that was pretty disappointing. However, Night Versus instrumental work is amazing, so I couldn't be upset about that. But then I was like, man, where the fuck is Doug, and what is he doing, and when is he going to be back? When am I going to have some new shit from him?
Right.
And we got it.
Here it is. I love that.
Yeah, dude. What'd you think of the track?
I thought it was pretty good. It didn't didn't tickle me as much as I thought because I love Frank. And a feature from him I think would normally be a shoe-in, but I'll have to see what else they put out. I've heard of Night Verses because of you, so any sort of attachment would be pretty good, but it
Yeah,
wasn't bad.
the first two albums from Night Verses is what's got Doug on it.
Uh-huh.
Um, let's see here. Yes, the 2013 album "Lift Your Existence" by Night Verses is an amazing album, and then their next album, "Into the Vanishing Light." I got into that one a little less, but it was still good. "Lift Your Existence" is awesome. Go check them out.
Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll have to put that on the list then. But
Yeah,
yeah, this track, like I said, it was I'll listen to the album when it comes out and judge it then, because I'm coming into it with the lens of, oh, Frank's attached to this. I got to think about how they're gonna sound without him. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest with you.
uh,
Um but I was pretty happy with what I got. I'm also hoping that this isn't maybe the strongest track, because while it is still a pretty good track, it does leave a little bit to be desired.
right.
Um, did you get to watch the music video for this at all?
No, I didn't see that there was a video attached to it actually.
Yeah, we got a music video. It's pretty good. It's like what I was talking about earlier. It's just a band playing music, man. But it's shot in a cool way that is just better than, I don't know. I mean, like, it's like the music video for that track that we were just talking about by Brutality, you know?
Yeah.
Like that one was a very low no budget
Hmm.
music video of a band playing a song.
Right.
This is what it looks like for a band to play a song on a music video when you got some money to spend.
Yeah. Right.
Um, because obviously they're in a set, um, and the quality of the video here is fantastic. So,
Hell yeah.
um, there's definitely, and surprising, there. I wonder how they do this, but the band is surrounded by basically like a triangle of mirrors in this video,
Okay.
and you can tell there's definitely cameras within the triangle, but you don't see them in the reflection of the mirrors.
Huh.
So that's pretty
Interesting.
cool. Yeah. I am seeing about halfway through the video that there's some chick here with one of those like new age digital Super 8 cameras. So that's very hip and artistic.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited that this band exists. I'll end with that. How about that?
Yeah, found the
Um,
video, and I see what you mean by like
yeah,
the production value and
yeah,
all that.
yeah.
It's kind of cool. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm seeing.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Um,
Yeah, we'll see what they do in the future for sure.
yeah. Fucking next up, we got a little bit of beef between former Turnstile guitarist Brady Ebert and his old band Turnstile. Brady has taken to social media this week, um, to express his comments on a post that Turnstile made this past week. They posted on their story, I think it was like a sign. It was just like a street view, and there was a billboard sign with abolish ice, I think, spray painted on it or something like that. I remember seeing it um on Instagram when it first
Uh-huh.
came out. But Brady, who just released his new project, the SET, this past week, I've been jamming their one and only track TMT heavily over the past week. But he came out and basically was like, he said, quote unquote, LMAO, no one in Turnstile cares about ethics or social issues in general. They're just pandering to their audience. At Turnstile's first free show that they did, they claimed that all the proceeds went to the healthcare for the homeless. We raised $10,000, but I watched Brendan steal 4,000 of that and claim that he needed to pay the merch bill, which was false.
Yeah, I don't think you do that with a cash transaction. That seems a little silly. I feel like that goes through your record
No.
label, like, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, who knows what's happening, because I did a little bit of digging. Turns out Brady Ebert was basically forced to leave Turnstile due to what the band is claiming. So when it first came out,
Mhm.
I don't think that they gave a reason as to why, but what I read on Reddit and shit like that is that apparently Brady was struggling with drug addiction.
Okay.
Didn't specify what kind of drugs, but apparently that was a pretty ugly breakup or parting of ways, to the point where their Turnstile's drummer filed for a restraining order against Brady,
Yeah.
in which he was denied the restraining order due to lack of evidence for it to be necessary.
Right.
So yeah, who knows what the beef behind this band is? Obviously, you see Brady smoking some weed in the music video of the SET's first single. I don't know, he doesn't seem like like ridiculous junkie, but I guess I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? But all I can go by is what both sides of the story have told,
Right.
and I can definitely see Turnstile not really giving a shit. I watched some of their videos from the Grammys this past weekend, and they definitely have I don't know, they don't seem like a hardcore band anymore. So it is what it is. But I would
Wasn't it
be
Turnstile from the Garage to the Grammys, or was that Code Orange? You remember that?
what? No.
Oh, okay. Let's see, you said that.
No, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not finding anything on
But
it. I thought there was like some hardcore like punk band or something who was getting a lot of flack for being on the Grammys and shit a few years ago. And
oh, that's weird.
yeah, and they were like, oh, from the Garage to the Grammys, everyone's like, sit the fuck down, like, you guys are corporate now, like, what the fuck?
No, I
Fuck
mean,
them.
no, I'm not super familiar. To be honest with you, I don't ever pay attention to the Grammys. So
Yeah,
I'm not
honestly,
super
me
sure,
either.
but
Right.
I do know that in recent years, I mean, Gojira's been a part of the Grammys in the past. Mastodon has been a part of the Grammys
Yeah.
in the past. So like, yeah, there's like been a handful of like bands in our realm that have shown up, but for the most part, there's pretty bad representation of metal,
Exactly.
hardcore, punk, all that stuff at the Grammys. That's for fucking normies. So um it is, I don't know. We'll talk about it a little more later, but
Yeah.
it is funny that certain bands are getting pushed in the mainstream and others are not. It's weird who they're picking and who they're not picking, but
Yeah.
either way. Um we did get some cooler news this week. By cool, I mean the guy that posted it posted some cool stuff. The
Oh,
band
yeah.
CKY uh addressed some confusion surrounding some high priced meet and greet packages that were tied to their Australian tour. According to their drummer Jess Margera, brother of Bam Margera, famous skater and TV influencer. They apparently there were some certain ticket options that were available offering meet and greets for $200, which apparently was unclear whether or not that was in Australian or US dollars. Turns out it was in Australian dollars, which apparently equates to $137 US. Either way, Margira went onto his Instagram account and was basically like, we're canceling these meet and greet offers. We're giving everybody refunds. And they basically were like, we didn't know that this was going to be happening. And we don't feel like we are anybody that should be paid money to hang out with.
Right.
He basically was just like, hey, if you want to come talk to me or you want to come get a picture with me or get
Yeah.
something signed, just come buy me a beer and just have a chat with me like a fucking normal human being.
Exactly. I love that. That's super cool. Have you ever done a meet and greet before?
I
Like
have
spent
not.
Okay. I spent the money one time for Fit for a King Devil Wears Prada, and I spent I think $70 on that. I upgraded 3 different tickets. So I dropped some money on all these tickets and the meet and greet and stuff. And what it got me was, I mean, the meet and greet, like we got first into the venue, you know. We all got in line. There was like 50 of us maybe. We got in the line, got in, waited for everything to get set up. There's this long table, and both bands were sitting, at the table, and there was like one of the roadies or people at the venue or whoever. I was like, all right, give me your phone, and then I'll snap a picture. You can run down the line or walk down the line, get these guys to sign whatever you want, and then merch booth will be open in a hot second. You guys can go crazy on merch before everybody else. So for $70, like I got a little chat with the guys. It was like kind of 20-ish seconds of walking down this table, just kind of shooting the shit. Hey, thanks for coming out, man. We love all our
Yeah.
fans. It seemed kind of pandery. Fit for a King
Yeah.
seemed way more kind of excited, like cooler about it. This was the beginning of the downfall for Jeremy in my mind. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And yeah, it I don't know if it was really worth the extra $70. You know what I mean? Just to kind of, like I said, with Jess saying this, like just fucking come hang out. Like it's cool. Like I love that for them. That's
I'll
awesome.
answer the question for you. It
Uh
was not worth the extra $70.
exactly. Right.
No, I do okay, I'm gonna go on a little rant here about for a
Do it.
second, but
Right.
um dude, I don't feel that is necessary at all. I
Right.
mean, there may be some people out there with differing opinions. Obviously there are, because bands wouldn't fucking offer this kind of shit if
Right.
people weren't willing to buy it. But like, if I could run into somebody from a band that I'm into, like randomly at the bar or out front
Yeah.
or just at the fucking grocery store,
Hmm.
like, then yeah, I'll probably be like, hey man, like, are you so and so? Be like, yeah. And I'll be like, oh dude, I love your music. Like, do you care if we could snap a picture real quick?
Right.
That would be it.
Yeah.
Um, Otherwise, like, I definitely am not going to pay money for this because, like, at the end of the day, that's just a person. They're
Exactly.
not special. They're
Right.
just like you and me.
Yeah.
And for all we know, like, the likelihood that you and your favorite band member are going to have something in common is like the same probability that that's going to happen in your normal life with any random person. Like, chances are you have nothing in common. You
Right.
have nothing to talk about other
Yeah.
than asking him questions about the band that he's in or shit he's done with his band.
Right.
So, like, it's just not worth paying money to have a stupid conversation about meaningless shit. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what would you spend $70 to take a picture with somebody?
No.
I can't think of a single
Well,
person
I
in the
would.
world.
I did.
Yeah. I mean, well, would you again?
No, honestly, no.
Now that you
there
know.
there would need to be more to it to justify that. Like an actual, not necessarily like a one-on-one conversation or something, but like
Right.
hang out for an hour. We're all gonna like a meet and greet to me. The perfect meet and greet
But
would be.
what would you do with your favorite band for an hour? Do you even know what you would do?
I mean, just kind of, like I said, just kind of hang out. Like fucking, yeah, I would ask, but like, I don't know, maybe let's go smoke some weed. Like, you guys want to go fucking hit this bowl or smoke this joint I brought in? We snuck in. Like,
What if they're
you know what I
fucking
mean?
pretentious? What if you
And they say
like,
no, then I'm like, wow, I wasted money on this. Like, I'm never doing
yeah,
this again.
exactly. But that's the
That's
gamble,
fine,
you
but
know?
exactly, that's the gamble. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
talked about this with you in the past. The perfect meet and greet. Um, if I could have this set up, exactly how I wanted to or whatever, would be a pre-show Magic game with the guys from Fit for a King. That would be perfect. I'm just saying, just a quick
All
little like
right.
4-man commander match with fucking Kirby and fuck, what's his name? I think his name is Matt as well, either the guitarist or the bassist. Um,
Okay.
maybe my brother, and just all four of us, like, hey, let's just rip a couple matches real quick,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and yeah, it'd be cool. You know what I mean?
Let's
That
bust a match out real quick.
I would drop money for that. I'd love to do it for free
All right.
because
If you could
I've already
guarantee
spent.
that was going to happen, then yeah.
That would be sick. But otherwise, anyone else, I really don't see getting excited. Like it would what you would do at that meet and greet in all actuality is like you had said, like it's a handshake, a hello, and thanks for coming out. Thanks for spending extra money to come see us for not necessarily no reason,
Five
but
minutes?
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks. 45 seconds, you know what I mean? I stood
Yeah.
in
Not even
line
5 minutes.
longer than I had with the bands themselves, so like yeah, it
Yeah.
really
That's
wasn't.
bullshit.
And I'm sure the merch wouldn't have been sold out by the time I got to it at the beginning of the show, for the
Right.
opener. Like, fucking, I would have had enough time. It would have been fine. I just so happened to be able to get up to the front sooner. But
Right.
me being a crowd surfing guy, I'll
I
force
was going to say,
myself
then
to
you
get
got
dropped somewhere. I'll
you
force
got to
myself.
hold on to that shit the whole fucking show then.
I've got some ways to. Okay. We've discussed this in the past, but maybe I bring this up real quick. So you just hold on to your merch when you buy it, like in your hand, over your
I mean,
shoulder, like
I don't really buy merch, but
okay, yeah.
for
If you
well,
do,
I do
yeah,
occasionally. I'm
right,
just very poor, so I usually don't spend my money that way.
right.
I
But when
spend it
you
on
do,
groceries. But
are
when
you
I
holding
do,
it?
it depends on what I got. If I get a piece of clothing,
Mhm.
hopefully I can just wear that sucker.
Right,
Like most of the time, if I buy a t-shirt, I'll just put that
pop it on.
t-shirt on over the t-shirt I'm wearing.
Exactly. Right.
Um, hoodies can be a little tricky because most of the time it's pretty hot
Yeah.
inside of shows. So you
Right.
don't really want to wear it. But if I had to, I would.
Right.
Um, but a record, if I buy like a record, I don't know. You just gotta hang on to it, I guess.
Exactly. I bought a CD at a show, and it was for the band Still Stayer, Milwaukee locals. And the merch chicks, they were actually like the bands. It wasn't a venue sort of thing. It was these chicks who traveled with the band and did merch for them. I'd asked them,
Yeah.
was like, can I just write my name on the CD and you guys hold on to it for me until I leave? And they're like, yeah, fucking that's fine, So that was cool. I did purchase a poster at the Mars Volta show, and I asked the dude, "Hey, can I just write my name on the back of the poster and I'll come pick it up later?" And he's like, "No, we can't do that." I'm like, "Why not?" Like, he's like, "Do you
I
see how much
mean,
space we have?" I'm like,
I was gonna say, if you really think
"Yeah,
about it, if everybody was to stash their shit behind the
right,
merch booth, it would be a clusterfuck.
Exactly. I get that. I understand. And I told him I understood. That's fine. I ended up holding the fucking poster because I bought it before the Mars Volta were playing. And then we went and I just stood there holding it the whole time, which wasn't too bad. Like I had already had like
But you
3 or
were
4
looking
beers
like
at
a
that
fucking
point.
asshole.
I was looking like a fucking asshole, you know what I mean, with this fucking poster in my hand, I had to keep it all incognito because it's long, like I can't just fucking
Right.
it's all rolled up, whatever. So yeah.
Well, that's terrifying
They
because
didn't even give me a
you don't want
poster
to.
tube, dude.
Oh yeah. See, that's like
I'm raw dogging that shit the whole time.
Posters and vinyls to me so scary because like
yeah,
one false move and you're getting a fucking crease in your folder or you're fucking bending your fucking sleeve for your fucking vinyl or you're breaking your vinyl.
Exactly.
Or if you're like me, you go to a show, you buy 3 records, you put them in the back of your car, you get blackout drunk, stay at a friend's house, wake up the next morning and it's 90 degrees.
They're
and
melted,
you go out to your car and they're fucking melted.
Has that happened to you? Have you done that?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh fuck! All right. I don't buy vinyls at shows. Like that's my boundary line. Like I'm not gonna buy a record at a show. I never have.
Well,
oh, I did. I actually did. No, I lied. I did. Like Moss to Flames, I purchased a record. But Chris was cool and he left it off the side for me, and it was great. So.
Yeah, no, I went. Luckily, this happened at a local show, sort of. Okay. They're a big band. Don't get me wrong, but my friend's band, Sweet Cobra from Chicago, they were playing somewhere nearby, and they had pretty much their whole entire discography there available in vinyl.
Dang, that's awesome.
For cheaper than you can buy it online, which never happens. So I was like, I don't know, I must have been feeling paycheck rich or something, and I was like, give me all 3 of these records.
Nice.
And they were like, hell yeah. And I fucking melted them. I woke up the next morning worried. I went and checked on them. They were for sure melted and fucked. They were all warped, and I was very upset. I was acquaintances with their drummer, and the next time I saw him, I explained what had happened, and he was like, "Oh man, that fucking sucks." He was like, "Here," and he gave me replacements for them all for free.
Nice. That's cool. I love that. Let me tell you a little bit about my show going merch buying deal scenario. So I buy a lot of t-shirts, band t-shirts. Obviously, you've met me, you've seen me in everyday life. I have all kinds of band shirts. What I do to keep my hands free, prevent it from dropping, I'm gonna unhook my belt right there in front of everybody. I'm just gonna unhook my belt. I'm gonna tuck that shirt in to the back of my belt, tighten my belt. Somebody tries to steal it, I'm feeling that pressure. You know what I mean? Obviously, you gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I feel you grabbing on that shit.
Don't grab on me.
Yeah. I've bought like tapestries, like little fucking flags and shit. Right here we got We Came in Romans one. Usually those come like folded and in a square. I just shove that shit down my pants and it's right there on my thigh. Protected. Safe. Fine. I wear tight enough jeans. It's cool. It may drag down
ain't going
a little
nowhere.
bit. That's fine. It's fabric. No biggie.
Where are you going? Nowhere.
And then if I buy another shirt from another band, I usually end up putting that on or just putting it right next to it. I've done both of those, but yeah, I feel like I've got a pretty good scenario set up when I buy merch at shows.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried. I buy a lot of merch.
I'm not worried about t-shirts at all.
Okay.
It's just the shit that you just can't.
The bigger stuff, exactly, right.
Do anything with, I for the most part, I try to just wait till the end of the show to go, but
yeah. And then you run the risk of being sold out of certain things, like, so.
Well, there's that, and then also, debatably, the lines are the longest at the end.
Right, because everyone else tried to do that too. They got the same idea.
Yep.
Right. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and take back over and finish off this news segment. We had an update from Ozzy Osbourne's widow, Sharon. Sharon. She recently
God.
talked with Billboard that she's working with Live Nation. Ew, Sharon. Ew.
Yeah, gross.
She's working with Live Nation to bring back. It sounds like Ozfest. I know they had kind of been in talks, or they had been mentioning that they were going to do like Back to the Beginning regularly, but I think Ozfest would be more marketable. You know what I mean? This would be
I
pretty
think
cool.
that's
So
I think that's more or less what they were talking about.
exactly. So yeah, I was talking to that. She had said the following. I'll go ahead and pull a quote out. I've been talking to Live Nation, about bringing Ozfest back recently. It was something Ozzy was very passionate about, giving young talent a stage in front of a lot of people. We really started metal. We really started metal festivals in this country. It was replicated, but never done with the spirit of what ours was, because ours was a place for new talent. It was like summer camp for kids. I've never personally been to Ozfest, but I don't know. Hearing about some of the lineups, like I don't necessarily immediately believe that, but that could just be me remembering headliners that had been at previous Ozfests and then everyone else who was there. You need a hook. Like, you need somebody to come in and be like, "Oh, yeah, we're going to go see those guys." But then they have to
Right.
have a reason to stay, and come earlier and stuff. So, I'm sure that's true.
Yeah.
Uh
I
yeah,
think
that's
for the
that's
most
cool. I'd
part
love to
that's
go.
true.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Um let's just use I'm trying to go back in time far enough to where it would make sense, but then um try and here we
I
go.
don't know. I'm literally on their
So
website. You can find their history.
I'm on Wikipedia and I've got the list of every year
Okay.
with their lineups, but yeah, looks like so for 2005, we'll use that because
Okay.
I'll have a pretty good judge of the artists at that time.
Right.
But the main stage was Sabbath, Maiden, Mudvayne, Shadows Fall,
Uh-huh.
Black Label Society, In Flames, Velvet Revolver, Slipknot, and Drowning Pool.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Huge
Second
bands.
stage,
Right.
those are pretty big bands. Um, Second stage, though, I think is what they're probably talking about.
Okay.
So you had Rob Zombie,
Yeah.
which obviously at that point was pretty big. Um, but Killswitch Engage was pretty new back then. As Lay Dying was pretty new back then.
Yeah.
Mastodon, Black Dahlia Murder was pretty new.
Yeah.
Barrier Dead, It Dies Today, Gizmachi, Trivium. They were all pretty new. Relatively unpopular at that
Uh-huh.
point.
Right.
So, and then, yeah, the next year, second stage was A Life Once Lost, Red Chord,
Uh-huh.
All That Remains, Between the Buried and Me. So, I mean, they're not like, I think the problem is that we're both into metal. So we don't think that they're,
Yeah.
you know, young talent. But I think at that time, that's pretty good for young talent.
Yeah.
When we look back on 2005, we're like, wow, that's a fucking star-studded list of bands. It's
Exactly.
like, yeah, it
But
was, but
yeah, a
it
lot of those
is
bands had only
now.
been a band for 4, 5, 6 years at that point. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah, some not
Okay.
even that long.
Exactly. Right.
So yeah, I think it'd be great to bring Ozfest back.
Yeah.
Even
I just
if
want to go just to go, because I've always heard great stories. Like Ozfest was the penultimate, like, kind of
yeah,
metal festival. But, in this
it
day and age
was
now,
the Warp Tour for metal heads.
exactly, and that sounds so fun, so cool. So,
Yeah.
Hopefully they can do it in that way and bring young talent, kind of what we've discussed in the past here on the Riff Report. Wanting to see younger headliners, more of these bands getting made main stage presence, having that ability to showcase themselves to, bigger crowds instead of just, hey, the battle of the band stage back here in the corner, or,
Yeah, right.
fourth main stage over here that only has X amount of room for like 500-600 people. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
It sucks that it has to be in tandem with Live Nation, but I get it. You can't
yeah.
really
You
put on a festival like that without including them.
you can. I know Danny Wimmer presents DWP, who does Aftershock, Louder Than Life, Bourbon and Beyond, like all those festivals. They use
Yeah.
front gate tickets, which doesn't seem like super money hungry. Now, the festivals themselves are getting bigger and bigger. And I think Danny Wimmer just had like a nice, not necessarily a purge, but a lot of the cool people that I'd followed like on Facebook and Instagram that
Yeah.
worked for the production company. They all ended up leaving because of like differing opinions, and it sounds like their opinions, the people who had left, were like, we want to keep this not necessarily like small, but we don't want to keep getting bigger. Like we want to be able to
You want to
give
do all this VIP shit and
exactly, you
whatnot.
know what I mean, and constantly charging more and more and trying to make it bigger, 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 and
4 days
maybe eventually
versus 2 days, and
right, they wanted the spirit of it alive. They wanted the intimacy, the personability, the that experience
right.
for the people who had supported them for so long, but it kind of seems like things are now going towards like the stockholders and the people who can drop 4 grand, 5 grand on their 4 day tickets and glamping and the 3 story sunshade VIP, all expenses, kind of
Well, I
situations
mean,
like
that's kind of like I feel like that's kind of the way that metal, or not metal, but like festivals in general, I feel like that's the way that they've been going recently. Um Ever since everything started coming back from COVID.
right,
Um that's kind of how it's been feeling, is like it's less of a inclusive event where you're trying to get young people in um to spend money and have fun and
right,
whatnot. It kind of reminds me of like, it's like the Super Bowl,
yeah,
like a notorious giant game that is not attended by sports fans. It's attended by sponsors and corporations
exactly,
in celebrities
yeah,
as like a status symbol.
right,
It's like fucking it's like Ashton Kutcher um going to fucking one of those California fucking, it's like, you know, you know what I'm
right.
saying?
It's to have that star factor and to
Yep.
try and bring in people who don't normally go to it, or this is something we've discussed kind of at work, but like young people aren't drinking as much as, people in our generation and generations previous. It's a big scientific study now, like why aren't people of age, once they turn 21 like drinking, and it's just like they don't want to, you know what I mean? But because of that, businesses, restaurants, festivals, venues have to sell an experience, give them something else to make that, kind of that price
Right.
tag worth it.
Right.
So I'm thinking that's why they incorporated the Louder Than Life this last year. We didn't end up going, but what we noticed is that they made the whole festival bigger. They added 2 more stages to add like 20 more bands, 30 more bands, they incorporated the amusement park that's literally right next door to the festival grounds. They moved it up so they could have access to the gate, and anyone who had paid the ticket price would have access to that place all weekend. And then they threw a stage in there too, because they're like, yeah, it's a metal festival. Go check out a stage in this very limited population amphitheater. But hey, they have to sell that
Yeah.
experience. So
That's
I don't
it.
know.
That's
I'm just happy being in an open field and a stage in front of me and a couple of bars around and porta potties and some food. Like that is all I fucking need. You know what I mean?
I'm
I'm not
pretty low
here for
maintenance.
the experience is the music. I'm here for a music show, not an amusement park, not a, tattoo festival,
Yeah.
not oh, I want to go to this, you know what I mean? I don't need all that. But that's just me, I'm one guy in a
I
sea of.
do. I do think that, like, to your alluding,
Mhm.
I think that incarceration is a cool event,
Right.
but I don't think that every festival needs to be like that.
Exactly. Right.
Like, let them have their fucking thing. Like,
Right.
they do the tattoos in the fucking haunted house with the
Yeah.
metal festival. Let that be its own fucking thing. You figure out your own fucking niche or don't.
Exactly.
But,
Right.
like, I don't know, adding stages just so you can put more bands on,
Hmm.
that doesn't appeal to me. That
Right. Because now you're just
actually
fighting.
pisses me off. Yeah.
Exactly. Now you're fighting with the schedule and the time. And let me tell you, having gone to specifically this one festival, Louder Than Life, five five times I think in the past 5 years. Um, the way they set up their schedule is, to me, ass backwards. They they put the start of the day on the bottom and then lead up to the headliners. Like, the headliners are the first showcase. I'm like, okay, I'm getting here at like noon, 1 in the afternoon. I don't care about the headliners later. Like, make this easier. It's hard to read. They've got things overlapping and whatnot. They do have the ability to like set an alarm on your phone or like a notification, like, hey, this band is playing in 15 minutes. Head on over to this
Yeah.
stage. That's cool, but it's these things are getting too big. You're getting too convoluted. Like, just set up okay, what's the perfect festival? How many stages would be perfect for you, if that's what we're gonna say?
I think no more than 3,
Okay.
in my opinion. I don't
All right.
want, like, to me, the whole point of having multiple stages isn't so that one group of people can go see a band while a different group of people is seeing a different band.
Right.
I see it as, in an ideal world,
Mhm.
we would be in a big giant triangle and there would be 3 stages at the points of every triangle,
Yeah.
and you could just direct your attention in a circle as the fucking show went on,
Yeah.
and your bands are staggered playing. It's nonstop music
Right.
just being played,
Right.
but then you're not missing anything. It's still efficient.
Right.
There's no delays. There's
Yeah.
always music. But and then that gives you a chance to where, like, let's just say I don't want to go see Attila play.
Right.
So that's great. That's a good time for me to go grab a bite to eat
Yeah.
and go take a piss,
Yeah.
maybe go take a quick nap in the lawn, and
Right.
then get ready for the next shit.
Exactly. Right. All right. That's fair. Yeah. The Having grown up in the festivals I've gone to, I mean, yeah, so the festival I gone to, Warp Tour and the Louder Than Life specifically. I didn't go to Rock on the Range when it was around. I haven't gone to Riot Fest yet. Um, Warped had what, 5, 6 stages to pick from.
It a
And
lot.
yeah, exactly. So there's that rotation. You know what I mean? And sometimes you'd have to make a
I
decision.
hated
You know,
that.
I wasn't too mad at that. I feel like 5 would be my perfect number. 4 to 5 stages. Because if you're doing the shit all day, yeah, sets are a little bit shorter or whatever. But to me, I don't know. That's just a good rotation or whatever, and then that allows, one stage. You got usually 2 kind of main stages next to each other, so you can rotate those stages. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And then one like kind of smaller band stage off to the side.
Yeah.
That's fine for me. And that gives me enough time to kind of walk around, get my steps in. I don't know, that maybe that sounds dumb, but not necessarily the more I walk, the less tired I get, but that it just keeps me going. You know what I mean? And then in between each of those points, they have different levels or different food options, Warped Tour was great because they had specific band merch tents. Louder does. They
Right.
used to do band merch and official merch. No, they used to do it both under one merchandising, and then they switched it to DWP merch and then band merch in a separate thing. I don't know how they did. I think they spread it out a little bit more this last year because they had merch inside versus outside under a tent. But yeah, I'm okay with a couple more stages than you are, in that sense.
I just
But
remember when even being a 17, 18, 19
mhm,
year old walking around to all the different stages, me being uh, I don't remember how the bands were spread out, but
right.
like me being into a lot of different styles of music,
Uh-huh.
I inherently like a lot of different bands.
Right.
So that's why like those when you have like 5 or 6 stages and everyone bands are overlapping and shit, like
Uh-huh.
I just want to see so many of the different bands that like I was like
Yeah.
exhausted
Right.
in the heat
Yeah. Well, and especially
trying
because
to
that shit was in the middle of
travel.
goddamn July. Like, at least when I go to Louder, that's in September. That's like late September. It's like 60 degrees, most
Hot
70,
as
least high 50s.
fuck
That was
at
fine.
Warp
I could deal with
Tour.
that. But Warped Tour always sucked. You're going in a tank. You're cutting your jeans. You're cutting your skinny jeans into skinny shorts. You know what I mean? I did that every year. That was it wasn't a big thing, but every year my old pairs of skinny jeans I'm cutting up into shorts. You know what I mean? I can't wear. They had one cool thing that I remember them having in Tinley Park was the water slide setup by the
Oh, okay.
amphitheater, which would help you cool down a little bit. It was
Yeah.
really fun, but you couldn't wear like, like your studded belts, or you run the risk of ripping the motherfucker. I was talking
Right.
to you about that bullet belt that I had back in high school. I'd wear,
That'll
I'd
get
want
you
to
in
wear
trouble.
that, but you know what I mean? Like, exactly, right. You had to be kind of careful about that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of getting out of the festival mindset in general. But if Ozfest comes back, I'll go. I'll go just to say I went to Ozfest. I mean, just to experience that. That would be really cool.
I'll go
And I'm
depending
sure.
on who's playing.
Yeah, right, exactly. But we'll go ahead and transition because we talked way too long about festivals.
Yeah,
We
right.
had a band come out of the woodworks because of our current fucking administration regime, those cocksuckers. But grindcore outfit Anal Trump has resurfaced. I wonder why. The Trump parody protest project, rumored to feature members of cattle decapitation and pinback, originally emerged during his first term, releasing roughly 100 songs during its initial run. And that's all I can find right now. I need to go on Bandcamp and see what else they got. But their new EP, Fucking Bitch, I love that.
Fucking bitch.
Fucking bitch. Features 10 tracks with all proceeds set to benefit the Immigrant Defense Project and National Immigration Law Center. I love that. The release is available on vinyl via Bandcamp, but it is now sold out. Now, Bandcamp is pretty good about doing, yeah, you can still buy it digitally, at least.
You can get it digitally.
Yeah.
You just can't get the 7 inch.
Right.
I did purchase the digital file.
Oh, yeah.
I had to because it was benefiting Immigrant Defense Project.
Exactly.
So I had to, and it's just so good. But
Yeah.
this 10-track EP is less than 30 seconds. Is that what I remember?
It's looking like
You
it, yeah.
Yeah, you can
9
listen to
seconds.
this in
One.
less than 30 seconds. Um, but believe it or not, that sounds ridiculous. Like you're
Uh,
not even going to listen to anything.
right.
There is quite a bit of content there, actually, more than you would think.
Right. Yeah,
Uh,
I need
it,
to purchase it and go through it and listen. So
Yeah, if you're on there, you should also read the lyrics to the songs. They're great.
Yeah. Me first.
I
Big fucking
didn't.
hole where there used to be a face. 30 grand bonus. Gonna rent a bigger place. Beards, guts, camo. Yeah,
I
this is
fucking
awesome.
love it. Yeah, I need to go back and listen to their old 100 songs.
That is, I know it's, I'm looking at YouTube and they're, I don't know if they have that many songs on YouTube. No, they don't. They just have the albums. This is, yeah, the first 100 songs. Here it is. There's 8
Yeah, that
songs. Oh, they're all kind of, yeah.
yeah, I'm seeing I have an 8-song EP called The First 100 Songs
Yeah.
on Tidal, but I don't have anything else. That is all we
Okay.
got.
There is an earlier one where there's a P stream on a rose. It's called To All the
Oh
Broads
yeah.
I've Nailed Before.
Oh, I did see that. I didn't notice that that was a P stream, and
Yeah.
two, I didn't notice that that was a legit thing. It looked like
Okay.
AI,
Yeah.
but now I'm seeing it's legit.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's right there. So yeah, they got a new release. Check it out because I think we need as much vitriol against what we're dealing with now. We need it to stop. So keep talking, keep singing, keep making punk music, dude. Make punk great again, dude.
This
I
is my
mean,
favorite part about what is happening right now is that we're getting real punk and hardcore stuff happening again,
exactly.
and I'm here for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I love their masks too. It's my last little. Because we can't shut up about them because everyone needs to talk about it. There's a band who has publicly condemned Donald Trump and his recent actions. Enterprise Earth has spoken out against Donald Trump and ICE. The progressive deathcore outfit shared a statement via social media on the 31st, voicing their opposition while also raising funds for the Minnesota Immigration Rapid Response Fund. They shared yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of our latest EP, excuse me, Descent into Madness, of which we have a new vinyl for sale. Yesterday was also the national shutdown to protest ICE operations in Minnesota. The Trump regime's, there's that word, inhumane immigration actions and the murder of our fellow humans while taking absolutely no accountability. We wanted to observe the national strike, but also wanted to help the cause. Today, all profits of our new vinyl sales will go to the Rapid Response Fund. Fuck ICE, fuck Trump,
Fuck Trump.
fuck white nationalism. As a white guy, fuck that shit, dude. I love variety and just people of all creeds and color. You know what I mean? I grew up in an area of people from all over the world, and it takes a village, and that village is planet Earth. We're all struggling the same. We're all succeeding the same. It doesn't matter what color you are. You're cool. You deserve life. You don't need to suffer anymore. That's what I think.
Yep.
So, fuck who we have
Having
in.
having worked with a good handful of illegal immigrants, I will go as far to say as the illegal immigrants that I've formed relationships with have been more genuine and caring people
Right.
than anybody that's been born from this country
Right.
that I've met who looks just like me.
Exactly. Let me say this. Who's going to pick your
So,
fruits and veggies? It's not you, Karen. It's not you, Jessica. It's not you, Dan. You're not going to get out there. You're going to sit there in your cushy little office and be mad. Eat a dick. Who gives a shit? Let them live their lives and make money because we're the land of opportunity.
yeah.
That's what I think. I worked on a farm for close to 10 years, and we had people come up from, they were from Mexico. They'd travel across, honestly, the United States to find the best opportunity. But during our summer, they come out and work for us, and they were all great individuals. They honestly taught me a lot of work ethic, to be real.
Yeah.
They work harder than anyone I know. And then they would, in the wintertime when we didn't have shit going on, they just go back down to Texas, wherever they could find work. They're very, just not necessarily unique individuals, but they were great individuals to be around, and I appreciate everything that I got from them and what they taught me. So,
Yeah.
fuck you, politicians, you suck.
Yeah, it's easy to judge a book by its cover. Um, but our boy fucking Miguel, he is the like he is the absolute definition of you can't judge a book by its cover,
Right?
because that guy does not speak very good English. He does not communicate very well.
No,
It takes a
at all.
while to figure out what the hell we're
Anytime
talking
I have a
about
conversation
sometimes.
with that guy, I have to have him repeat it at least 3 times, and he laughs it off. He understands, but he knows that I'm
Yeah,
trying my best to understand him 100%. You know what I mean?
right.
That's fine.
But a lot of people would assume that because there is trouble communicating, that he must be an idiot or he must not be very smart. That guy has multiple master's degrees,
Right.
owns acres and acres and acres of land in another country, and runs a business from overseas.
Right.
He is a lot smarter than me.
Exactly. Right. And you want to get rid of him?
So
No. No, I want to keep people like that around as long as possible. Not to, and I don't know, maybe that sounds like lazy of me or very manipulative. It's not, you know what I mean? I think we need people like that. It shows us
well,
not
yeah,
necessarily our
we
shortcomings,
benefit as
but
a society to have people like that around,
right.
you know,
Exactly.
helping us solve our problems, helping us understand things,
Right.
um, lending a helping hand.
Exactly. And I love seeing his smile every time I mix him up a great cocktail, because at this point, he doesn't know what he wants, but he trusts me. And I appreciate that. A guy with 3 masters trusts me to get him drunk, but in a way that he loves the taste. Dude, that just fills me with such warmth. I love that. I can do simple things. I don't have 3 masters. But for a guy who's as learned as him, I love that. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Um, yeah. We'll go ahead and move into tour announcements before we get flagged by the FBI and ICE for what we're talking about. New York hardcore veterans Judge will be hitting the road this March for a run of shows. The SET will be opening for them in Syracuse, New York, Cleveland, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland, and Richmond, Virginia between March 19th and March 22nd. Uh, Looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
that'd
I
be
don't know
pretty
a
dope to
lot
go
about
to.
these guys, but I've been listening to the SET, so if they were
Yeah,
any closer, I'd love that.
Judge is just they're just fucking OG hardcore legends.
Hell yeah.
They are
Yeah, talk to my
the
brother about that.
beginning
He probably
of.
knows who they are.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
They're the crossover, basically the close to the invention of hardcore. They're the
Okay.
crossover between punk and hardcore.
Gotcha. Okay, I had to pop on the album Bringing It Down. And they got the
Okay.
varsity jacket lettering.
Yep.
They got the picture of
That's how you
somebody
know
on
it's tough.
stage. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's awesome. So yeah, I'll have to check them out a little bit more. Just got liking it so far. I've only caught the first 2 songs. I'm
It
listening to the
is
title track,
pretty
Bringing It Down.
yeah, I mean, these guys are pretty old.
Mhm.
Um but this is pretty cool for the SET to come out after their like debut recording
Right.
and have a couple dates with a band as
Some
big as
OG guys.
Judge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
It's a nice passing of the torch in my mind.
Right. Hell yeah. Well, yeah, I wish they were closer to us, but they're not. So,
Yeah,
I mean, Cleveland, maybe, but I'm not going to Ohio. Fuck that.
no way.
Let's go ahead and go on and talk about something we were just kind of talking about. Several bands have been announced for this year's Warped Tour. Further artists will be announced in the coming days. They've got some pop-up events, and I think that's pretty cool. I wish I had caught some of these going on because Louder does that. Um, Tony Danza talked about a couple for like Furnace Fest. I think that's just a cool idea, like some pregame shows, some
Yeah,
after party shows. You know, so that's a
they
cool
do that
idea.
for
But
Riot Fest too.
oh shit, hell yeah,
There's a Riot Fest pre-party, and then I think
right.
there is an after party. I believe they're usually at Reggie's.
Okay, nice. Hell yeah, I need to check out Riot Fest. I wish I would have gone not last year, but 2024 because the Dead Milkman came out of the woodworks and put on a show, and I would have creamed my jeans. I'm just gonna say it like that.
Yeah, right.
It would have come so hard. But I missed it, and I was really sad. That's fine. We've got some bands announced for Washington. The first 2-day event. Big Ass Truck, Bryce Vine, Dance Gavin Dance. Now free of at least at the moment any allegations. Glassjaw, Jimmy Eat World, Newfound Glory. Uh, Early November, the story so far, and Third Eye Blind, dude. That's
Hell
sick.
yeah. Yeah, right.
I've been getting to them a little bit more because I don't know. I had another complaint about my music on fucking Saturday. Those old bastards. I was playing Rickshaw Billy radio, and Teen Mortgage came on, and they're like, "You're playing heavy metal." I'm like, "These guys aren't heavy metal," and they're like, "Well, it's awful." I was like, "Well, that's really unfortunate. You feel that way, like, you know." It was a
Right.
great time, but I ended up changing it to Rush because I didn't want them to fucking go online and be like, "He wouldn't change the music for us," and then me get
He was
yelled at later
listening to
on.
heavy metal.
Right. And then I'd have to explain, hey, Jay, listen to these guys. You know Teen Mortgage, like, they're not metal, right? And he's like, no. And I'll be like, all right, great. All
Yeah,
right,
this is
moving
pussy
on.
ass shit.
That's what I'm saying, right? Come on. It's hardly punk, you know?
Yeah.
Right. We got for Long Beach at Shoreline Waterfront. Everyone I just listed, minus a few, plus Jimmy World, Papa Roach, Winona Fighter. We've got Atreyu in Montreal. Yeah, get away from me. Let's see, Mexico City. A lot of other bands: Atreyu, Glassjaw, Jimmy Eat World, Newfound. Let's see. Oh, Orlando sounds like a lot of fun. We've got Anthony Green, Holy Wars. Let's see, Movements, the Starting Line, Hoobastank.
Those
Spinning
have
out of
not
control,
been
dude.
those have
Okay,
not been announced yet.
yeah, if I would have read a little bit farther.
It's all
Emery,
right.
love that. I was just listening
Yeah,
a little bit earlier.
apparently what had happened. So a lot of this stuff is currently happening.
Right.
Um, because just a little bit ago, it was announced that Ice Nine Kills, the Starting Line, Sitting on Saturn, and Hot Shell Ray have been
Okay.
announced for various dates. But on the Vans Warp Tour Instagram, they were teasing some sort of crossword puzzle.
Okay.
And according to the crossword puzzle, the fans have speculated that Movements, People Are Ugly, Hoobastank, Bananarama, The Messengers, Emery, Acceptance, and Cartel are supposed to be coming out soon.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking at Ice Nine Kills. Yeah, they were on Montreal. I'm on the website right now. Yeah, Starting Line, Big Ass Truck, Girlfriends, all that. Why? Okay, I'm looking at this map right now for Warp Tour, and why the fuck are you just catching the outline of the continental United States and plus Montreal? Like, why are you around North America and not within. Like there, you could give us a Chicago date. Like, come on, you
They
know.
could. They don't
But they
want to.
won't. I know, and that's stupid. Let's see. Hold on. I need a continental U.S. All right. Here we are. Some wish list areas. Just fucking Chicago. That would be great. Uh, maybe something in Colorado. I think that would be good.
Yeah.
Just give us a couple more. Yeah, just in the
Little Denver
center.
showing.
Yeah, exactly. A little Denver thing. Um,
You could even
we
do
got Cali.
you could do Kansas City if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, they just need more. Just fucking bring it back, like normal guys. Like obviously you're gonna make the money. You know what I mean? Come on, don't fuck me like this. Let me get a closer warp tour. Spent I
They
wouldn't say obscene amounts
they
of
can,
money.
but they won't.
They won't exactly. They need to get that FOMO. You know, oh, this is the closest one. We'll just go out here and blah blah blah. Everyone who went to Warp Tour, anyways. I don't think Zoomers are going to Warp Tour. This is all for us millennials who loved
I was gonna
going,
say
and we've
they're
got
doing
corporate
this.
jobs,
Yep.
you know, and money to
That's what they're
spend.
doing.
And they're like, oh
It's
yeah,
like we were just
oh,
talking about.
nostalgia
It's like we were
farming, dude.
just talking about. They're aiming it towards people who have the money. It's
Corporate
not for the
shills.
kids.
How dare you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's really sad.
All right.
So
Well,
that's about it.
Yep, that's all we got. I'm about to pee my pants, so I'm gonna whip this out real quick.
Shit, you're gonna whip it out. He's doing it. He's whipping it out, guys.
I'm gonna put 5.
All right. Fuck.
No. Follow us on our social media on Instagram at the.riff.report. We're on YouTube at the Riff Report News. We're also on Tidal for our playlists. And you can check out new episodes every Wednesday at 9 a.m. and after hours every Friday at 6 p.m. For now, you can stay loud, stay angry. We'll catch you in the pit.
Catch you in the pit.